If you're a divorced Christian woman who is tired of feeling broken, too old, or like you missed your chance at love, I need you to hear this. You are not damaged goods, and God is not finished with your story. But winging it and dating after divorce is exactly how you end up repeating the same painful patterns. Inside my Dating After Divorce membership, you will get a proven framework to spot red flags early, weekly coaching calls for real dating situations, and a community of women who truly get what you're walking through, all rooted in faith and practical guidance. Right now, I am looking for a few founding members to lock in 50% off for life before this offer closes and the price goes up. No more settling out of fear, no more giving your heart to men who haven't earned it. You deserve a love that honors you, and it's time to believe that is possible. The link is in the show notes, but do not wait, this offer will not last long. Today is my birthday and I decided to do a different episode than usual. This episode is for the woman that's been waiting, that's been praying, and that's been hoping, but nothing is changing. The woman that wonders that maybe she's too old, too broken, or too much. The woman that keeps saying that she is ready for love, but her calendar and her habits say otherwise. The woman that's watched others find love and quietly wonders, why not me? The woman that's done the inner work, or has she? This episode is going to be raw, personal, and real. Not a theory, but my own story. It will feel like a birthday prep talk from a friend who's actually been exactly where you are. And it will give you permission to believe and a roadmap to move. It will give you clarity on what's actually been keeping you stuck. You will get actionable steps, not just inspiration. You will feel seen, motivated, and spiritually grounded. If you're tired of carrying wounds from your past marriage or your past relationship, and you are afraid of being hurt again, but want to learn how to communicate and build trust so you can find a godly partner, you are in the right place. I am Patty Morimura, a relationship coach for Christian women over 40. I learned the secrets of building a God-centered relationship after divorce, healing emotionally, and overcoming fear without losing myself in the process. If you're ready for healing, stability in your life, and maybe even dating again, grab your earbuds and a notebook to take notes, and let's do this. What I believed about love before I did the work was that love was not for me anymore. Because I was a divorced woman, because divorced women need to take whatever comes to them because they lost their chance at love when they got divorced. And I almost gave up. I settled at one point for a relationship with a narcissist, which was the worst relationship I've ever lived in. Not just for me, but also for my kids. It was one day when I finally saw my life, the way I was living my life, and I asked myself, is this the life I want to live? Is this the one I want to have my kids live? Because remember, it was not just me. I had two little ones with me. Having a male figure by their side was the perfect thing to do, but what I wasn't thinking was that they needed to have the right person, the right male figure by their side, not just anybody. So at that point is when I realized this is not the life I want to live. And I prayed to God and I told him, open the doors for me because I am done here. I am done taking somebody's crumbs because I deserve more than just crumbs. And he did, but I had to do the work myself. See, I joined a life coaching certification because I wanted to help women, not knowing that the person that needed the most help was me. So I am thankful that I joined that certification, that life coaching certification, because that's when I realized that I needed to be healed, that I needed a lot of help. And obviously you cannot help others if you don't know what to help them with. You can only give what you have. And if all you have is hurt, then you're going to be hurting other people. All you have is love, then you're going to be loving other people. If you have doubt, then you're going to be doubting everybody around you. So my life was living day by day like a robot. This is the life that it's meant to be for me, or so I thought, or so I felt at the moment, or during those years, until I realized this is not the life I want to live. And Christ did not die for me on the cross so I could be miserable the rest of my life. So it was like a light bulb came on, and I decided I didn't want to be in that relationship anymore, and I moved on. It's very easy to point fingers at people, at women, at divorced women that go through this. But it's very difficult to understand that there are reasons behind someone's decision, whether they're right or wrong. So before you criticize that person, try to understand what that person's coming from. I'm not saying if that person's hurting you to allow that person to hurt you. I'm saying try to understand why that person is hurting you, and be more at peace with yourself, with your decision on forgiving them. Maybe right now you are in the same place or a similar place than I was at that time years ago. And I want to tell you that if that's you, there is hope for you. Just because you are a divorced woman doesn't mean that you lost your chance at love. See, when I was in that relationship, I always wished for a better day or for better days, but I never took action. I believed what I heard when I was little, that a divorced woman, it's worth basically nothing, and she's to take whatever comes to her. And so I lived that for many years. Now, I don't want to play the victim here, because I also met really good men that I let go because I thought they were boring, because I thought they weren't for me. And you know why that happened? Because I didn't feel deserving enough. So don't make the same mistake that I did. See, after divorce, many women feel burned. Many women retreat emotionally, spiritually, and even socially. I know I did. They pray, but they don't participate. They believe God can bring someone, but secretly feel unworthy of it actually happening, which is exactly how I felt. I always prayed, but in a way I didn't believe it, because I didn't believe I was worthy of having that love. I prayed for it, but then I remember how I lived my life when I was little and what I heard about divorced women, and I believed that more than my belief about being happy. And I want to share this verse with you. James 2:17. Faith without works is death. You could be believing or saying that you believe something all you want, but if you don't work towards it, it's because you really don't believe it. You want to believe it, because I know I wanted to believe that I deserved something better, but it was hard for me to believe it because I didn't know how. And it wasn't until I took the first step and I said, I don't want to live this way forever. So believing God for love while also doing the part. God is not just going to say, sure, I'll bring you the love that you want and you desire. Here it is. You need to do the work. Because just how you want pure love, just how you want a perfect man for you, that man also wants a perfect wife for him. And mind you, there's no such thing as perfect. Only God is perfect. But there's always someone perfect for another someone. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. See, being technically open to dating while being emotionally closed off without realizing it, it's something that happens when you have that invisible wall. And that comes from unhealed wounds, from divorce, from betrayal, or loss that create invisible armor. You think that you're ready because time has passed, but you haven't done the work, so you are not ready. We make the mistake many times of saying, God will take care of it, or time will heal. Time does not heal if you don't take action. How many women have you seen that said, time will heal this, and they're still stuck? They're still unhappy because they don't do the work. So you need to know that, yes, time will heal and God will heal, but you have to do your part. It's very scary to move from one relationship where you were a victim to trusting other men. It is. But I'm going to tell you what changed when I put it in God's hands. When I said, this is for you to figure out, and I'm going to take care of your things, meaning I'll do my life coaching for women in the church, and I'll do whatever I can to help other women get to where I am, because they were at the same place where I was before. And I gave that to God. That's when He helped me. That's when He took action, because I first took action. I looked for support, coaching, therapy, community, honest friendships. Many times we go to the wrong people for an advice. Oh, what do you think about this? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Look at how that person that you're going to ask for advice lives her life. Is she living the life that you desire to live at one point or another? Is she happily married? Or is she just looking for someone while she's maybe living with a narcissist, or her husband's cheating on her, or boyfriend's cheating on her, and she keeps forgiving him over and over again? You need to take advice from someone who is where you want to get to. Otherwise, you'll be running in circles, per se. Take small steps. Many times when we start healing, we think, oh, I failed again, because we make a mistake. And you think, I failed again. I went back. I'm no good. It is very normal for you to feel that way. But know that you are a human being. And just because you did that one time and you feeling as a failure, that could be the enemy putting that in your head. You're a failure. You don't know how to live this, how to do this. You don't know how to do that. And also believe that you need to heal to hit the milestone first. Lose the weight that you want to lose. Finish the degree. Get the promotion. Feel fully healed before you can pursue love. And again, we can never be fully healed, but at least begin your healing emotionally before you can pursue love. Perfectionism, fear of judgment, and low self-worth disguises as getting ready. You can only overcome this by saying, God, I'm ready. But let it come from your heart. Because I said I'm ready many times and I didn't mean it. So let it come here from your heart and start doing the work. You just have to be available for that one person. Available for change. Available for love. And once you begin the healing work, you will know when that person is for you or not. Identify one condition that you've been using as a delay tactic and release it. Maybe you've been saying all this time, I'm too old. Love at this age, I'm not going to find it. But if you don't believe it, no one else is. You need to believe it. You need to own it. You need to heal. You need to ask God to give you what you desire in your heart. And it will happen, but only if you believe it. So let's recap. I found love at 49, not by luck, but by doing the work. This gives you proof that it's possible. Passive hoping versus active faith. Praying is not enough if you're not also participating. There's a gap between belief and behavior. Audit your actions and align them with your desires. And the last one is emotional unavailability. Time passing isn't the same as healing. There could be an invisible barrier that you may not know you have. Seek help. The community of women that can push you to be better and open your eyes to what might actually be blocking your real connection. Get out of that bubble where you have been living these past years and maybe thinking that the right person will come to you. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. You don't have to be finished. You just have to be available. Perfectionism disguised as preparation. Don't use your perfectionism and disguise it as preparation. Free you from a self-imposed delay and give yourself permission to start now. The best gift I could give you today is the truth. What is one thing you've been putting off that you'll do this week? And you probably thought about it while I was talking earlier. Don't be afraid. Just bring it up and give it up. God is not withholding love from you, but He also honors your partnership. Partner with God and you'll find your godly relationship. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode helped you. I'd love to know. Please send me a message through my Instagram account. I'll be waiting for it. Thank you so much. Blessings. Sister, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share this episode with a friend who may want to hear it to help her heal from her past wounds? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It lights me up to know this podcast is helping you. Okay, now go pour yourself a cup of coffee, open your journal, and sit with everything God spoke to you today. You deserve that quiet moment with Him. I'll meet you back on Tuesday for another episode. And like my mom used to say, que Dios te acompañe siempre. And that translates to, may God go with you wherever you go.